So Donald Trump wants to send the National Guard into Portland. Now, he claims it's a crime-ridden city. Now, there was a restraining order put in place by a judge, and the first restraining order said you can't activate the California National Guard and send them to Portland. And then Donald Trump comes around and he goes, okay, well, then I'll send Texas. And the judge was pissed and issued not only a clarification of the first order, but a second order. Said, no, you can't send any National Guard to Oregon. Now, Donald Trump appealed, like he always does, because he thinks he's going to get before judges that are favorable to him, judges he put on the bench that owe him something, because that's how he thinks. He's very transactional about everything. And he thinks he's going to get a favorable ruling. Well, when he appealed, the three-judge panel of the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled 2-1 that Donald Trump could send the National Guard and lifted the temporary restraining order. Well, one of the ways you can appeal a panel ruling like that is to appeal and have the full Court of Appeals actually hear the case. They call that en banc. Well, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals is going to be hearing this case. And upon taking the appeal, they have agreed to overturn the three-judge panel's ruling, lifting one of the two restraining orders. Why? Well, because they found out after their ruling, through more filings by the plaintiffs. In this case, I think it is like the Portland mayor and I think maybe the attorney general for the state of Oregon. I'm not sure. But the plaintiffs in this case found out more filings, and turns out the DOJ was incorrect in their filings when they start talking about the number of people that were sent when it comes to like federal law enforcement, etc., into Portland. They said a number of like 115, 120. Fact of the matter is the number of law enforcement that was sent to Portland to do anything was never more than 30. And the full panel said, you know what? We think there's more here. We think you may be misrepresented what you got to get the overturning of the restraining order. We want to look at this whole case, and we are going to hear it. And they have vacated the lower court's stay of the restraining order, or the panel's stay of the restraining order, and now it's back into effect until they hear this case. Donald Trump lost again. Why? Because he lied in court, or at least his DOJ misrepresented facts in court. And that's the problem here with Donald Trump and his DOJ. They don't care about facts. They just care about winning. And if they have to lie to do it, it seems like that's what they're willing to do.